Good morning, class 4. So, in our last video, we have completed chapter number 3 and I have sent you the PDF of question and answers. Now, today we'll start our next chapter, that is chapter number 4, the face of God. What do you think? Who is in our life? Who is just as God to us? Face of God we see on her face. Yes, she is none other than our mother. God's gift. Mothers are a special race. Okay, we have read about racism, black and white, but mothers are a special race. God sent to earth to take his place as a mother, as giving birth to a child. And mother is a lovely name. Dads, even saints are proud to claim. These lines are by Helen Steiner Rice. Okay, this is actually a paragraph of a poem, that is God's gift, and the poet is Helen Steiner Rice. Now, we'll start this chapter. Everyone loves his or her mother. Do you love your mother? Do you know how much your mother loves and cares for you? She is the only person on earth who goes on giving you without expecting any return. All that she needs is your love. So, this paragraph tells us about our mother, that is how much our mother loves us, and she is the only person on earth who always gives us. She never expects anything from us. She only needs, that is our love, our care for her. From the day you were born, she has lovingly cared for you. She does all those things which she thinks is right for you. So, she is the only person who is there with us from the very time, from the very beginning, from the time when she conceived, when we are in her womb. At that time also, only she is the only person who loves us intimately. So, the day you, I, we all born, our mother is the only person who is there with us, who care for us, and who always think for our right, for our benefit, for our good. Okay, when you were an infant, she worked day and night to look after you. So she always worked for us. Maybe if she is housewife, then also she is doing a number of works for us in home. In your infancy means, or when you are infant means from you born to 2 years of age. If your infancy, she fed you with her hands, she changed your nappies, etc. She never skipped even a single meal of yours. She might have spent many sleepless nights to cure you during your illness, but never complained. She manages the house and takes care of everyone in the family. If she is a working lady, she has an extra burden of the office which she carries efficiently. So, after birth, when you are even a small child, when you are an infant, she looks after you day and night. She feeds you your meals without skipping. And when you become ill, she takes care of yours whole night without slept. And if she is a working lady, then she has to perform two roles, one at home and one in the office. But she never complained anyone. Come to the next page. Now, when you are in trouble, she is always beside you. However, when your mother becomes ill, she has to manage everything on her own. She never tells anybody about her illness. So, mothers are always very special. It is her love that binds a family's happiness. Mother is a symbol of love on whom the family depends. Absolutely correct. She is herself in trouble, but she never speak a single word to anybody. She don't want to give any tension, any pressure to anybody else in the family. So she manage everything on her own. Even when she is ill, she never speaks to anyone that she is not feeling well. So mother is very special, and it is her love that binds a family happiness. Yes. Now, children, do you know what makes a mother happy? The little acts of the children makes a mother happy. So, what your parents expect from you, children? Your parents expect that you study well, you get good marks, and you respect them, you love them, you care for them. That only your mother and your parent expect from you. She expects her children to grow up with moral values and a good character. In order to achieve this aim, she may go up to any extent. This is because she loves her children more than anybody else on earth. So, maybe sometimes when your mother gets angry on you, she might give you one slap, but she never tolerate and she never allow anybody else to scold you even. So, owing to this love, a mother teaches her children the right way of living. Many times she scolds and even punishes her children so as to make them realize their mistakes. When they are scolded or punished, children should not feel angry or sad. They should understand her love and affection for them. They should believe whatever mother does, she does for their benefit. So, you have to understand this. You have to keep this in your mind that even when your mother is scolding you, she is scolding you for your benefit, for your goodness, for your good future. So that if you are walking on the wrong path, she wants to take you on the right path. She stops you by going on the wrong path. That only she wants, that you always walk on a correct path with moral values and have good character. Suppose you visit your neighbor along with your mother. While playing with your neighbor's child, you make a mess in your neighbor's house. Probably, your neighbor will make fun of you or say, "What a naughty and silly boy," or perhaps ignore it. However, your mother will never ignore it. She will talk to you about it at home not there itself. She don't scold you there itself, but after returning to home, she will talk to you about it. She may even scold you. Do you know why? This is because her love for you is so great that she cannot watch you do anything wrong or repeat the same mistake again. She cannot bear to see anyone making fun of you. Never, a mother can never tolerate that anybody else is making fun of her children. That's why she talk to you. She tell you what is wrong. Don't repeat the mistake again. So, remember, all those people who really love and care for you will never fail to correct you when you do something wrong. Okay, so your mother is with you as the face of God who loves you, who cares you, who give everything to you without expecting any return. So, what is your homework for today? You have to read this story again from the beginning till here. So, page number 21 and 22 you have to read again, and in our next class we'll start forward. Okay, class 4, till here, read it, underline the tough words. Okay, learn the spellings, get its meaning, so that you can understand this chapter more well. Okay, bye bye and take care.